I'm Ryan from Prima, and this is Spooky Brews. The time has come for the final episode of our spine-chilling 4-part series. So far, we've assembled 3 hair-raising coffee recipes that check every box for theatrics and taste. And today, we're bringing back from the dead an old classic, the Halogen beam heater, and infusing Siphon brewed coffee with warming fall spices, a little sweetness, and a dollop of fresh, cold whipped cream for an enchanting sipping experience. So here's what you need to get started. First things first, get your water heating. Next, you're gonna need 25 grams of coffee. We're gonna need half a gram each of ground ginger, nutmeg, allspice, and cinnamon. We're also gonna need freshly made whipped cream, making it fresh is best. Lastly, 1 ounce of Demerara simple syrup at a 1-to-1 ratio. For our equipment today, I have the Hario Halogen beam heater, which is a discontinued product, but you can find similar things online nowadays. You can also use a butane burner from Yama for a similar result at home. Next, we're using the Brewista Artisan variable temperature kettle and the optional Lagom mini coffee grinder. All right, let's get this assembled. So I've got my water heating. First thing we're gonna do is measure out for a 1-to-13 ratio. So I'm using 25 grams to about 325 milliliters of water. When you're brewing a siphon, it's important to preheat both the bulb and the water in a kettle because these halogen devices and even the butane burners just take too long to heat on their own. Place that over and we'll get it boiling. Next, let's get our coffee ground. Lastly, measure out half a gram each of those spices. Okay, so now take the top beaker of the siphon, insert the filter, pull the spring and hook it to the bottom of the stem. And now that this is boiling, I'm gonna go ahead and place the top beaker in to create a seal. And what's gonna happen is steam pressure is going to build in the bottom beaker, and that's going to force the water up through the stem into the top beaker. Now, as soon as all of that water has reached the top, we're gonna go ahead and add our spice mixture and give it a stir. And then after that, we're gonna introduce our coffee grounds and stir those really quickly. We're using a medium coarse grind today because the spices are very fine and they can clog up the brew if the coffee grounds aren't coarse. We're gonna let this brew now for about 1.5 minutes. So I'm gonna dial the heat back on the Halogen beam heater. And as we approach 1.5 minutes here, I'm gonna give this one last stir to get the ground spinning. And then pull this off. And then gently just blow on the bottom beaker. And that'll cool it down and create a negative pressure. Now what's gonna happen is the siphon is going to suction down the liquid through the filter, and what will be left is our spiced coffee mixture. All right, so now our coffee is drained. I'm gonna carefully remove the top beaker. Now we're gonna measure out 1 ounce of Demerara simple syrup into our lowball glass. You can use less if you like, depends on how sweet you like it. I find 1 ounce is just about right. Now pour that coffee into the simple syrup and leave about 1 inch of room at the top of your highball glass. We're gonna give that just a light stir to incorporate the simple syrup. Next, we're gonna take our freshly made whipped cream and dollop a big glob of it right on the top. And what's gonna happen is about half of that is gonna begin to melt into the coffee and kind of infuse with it, and the rest of it is gonna sit on top of it, kind of like an iceberg. We're gonna take some cinnamon now and just lightly dust the top. And that is our fall spice Siphon Brew. Let's give it a taste. The result? A warm, spicy, and lightly sweet coffee with the richness of whipped cream. The best thing about this drink is that contrast on your lips between the hot coffee and that cold dissolved cream. In fact, you know, it's kind of like being on a cloud. You know, this isn't spooky at all. In fact, I think it's kind of, you know what? I'm done. Spooky Brews is a wrap. I'm out of here.